What was that?
I appreciate you taking
Oh,
this journey.
yeah. Actually, it's a late start.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I normally start at 3:30. When I saw this one come up, I go, I get a late start. Actually live here in Chapin as well.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Where you live?
Over on kind of by Dreher.
Yeah.
Nobody else come with you?
No, it's just me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I grew up here, so.
Okay. Yeah, we've been there for about 10 years now.
I was like, I'm kind of off the beaten path. Normally I do Uber, but just because it's just what I do, and Uber.
They won't let you schedule out here.
Well, they will, but not out here.
yeah, it's out here, yeah. So.
I was like, man, somebody's got to do it.
Yes. So, yeah, Monday through Friday, normally I start at 3:30-ish, 3:20, somewhere around that, in the morning. Work till about noon, good to go.
Yeah. Stay away from all the drunk people leaving the bars.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, it's, I would say probably 90% of my rides are people going to work or going to the airport.
Yeah.
And a few of them going home
Yeah.
from work at some of the, the factories that go 24/7.
Yeah.
Like Amazon. As soon as I drop you off, I'm heading to Amazon
Nice.
because I'll be able to pick somebody up there.
Well, yeah, you're right there. I mean, yeah, that's a neat gig, I guess. I've been, I use Lyft and Uber when I'm travel, especially if we go somewhere I'll not be driving afterwards or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's real handy, I know that.
In this day and age, for somebody to drive drunk, they just have to be not smart.
Yeah, it's exactly what I say. I mean, it's such a small price to pay for taking such a huge risk. I won't do it. I mean, I'll lose my job if I did it anyway, but
Yeah.
I can't do that.
It's it's just not.
No, it's stupid. I mean, that's a $10,000 mistake if you don't kill somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, just to get, just to try to fight it. Yeah,
That's a lot of money to throw away.
Yeah, I don't want it that bad.
Nope. Yeah, definitely spend, like out here, you're probably going to pay $50-$60, maybe more to get home, but
Yeah.
that's a lot cheaper than $10,000.
Oh my God, yeah.
So you headed to see family?
No, I'm a cat adjuster, so I travel, see the deer.
Oh yeah, bunch of them.
The old backseat driver.
Yeah,
I hit
good.
one when I was young, and I actually hunt too, so I pay attention to
You always
this.
look at
Yeah. But yeah, I'm a traveling adjuster basically for property, so I'm headed to Houston.
Oh, it's like insurance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do property. I do, houses and
So mainly for like storm damage and stuff like
exactly.
that? Okay.
Yeah. It's exactly what I do.
See, man, that's incredible. I didn't think you'd have to, I thought maybe it was just you do stuff local, but no, huh?
No, man. No, we call us CAT, short for catastrophe.
Okay.
So when you talk to other adjusters, you're like, "Oh, I'm a cat adjuster." They're like, "Oh, cool." They know, but you
Yeah.
tell somebody else, they're like, "Cat adjuster." It's like, yeah, catastrophe.
exactly. I was like, huh? I thought you work for Caterpillar? What?
We work with cats. No. Yeah. So you're a vet? No. No. So there was not a terrible storm right outside of Houston, but enough to where they want to send me. I'll probably have 30 or so to look at while I'm there, something like that.
Okay, that's quite a few.
No, that's small.
That's nothing.
No, normally
Compared
it's
to a catastrophe, I guess, right?
yeah. Well, normally, they send us 20 days at a time, so this is day one.
Wow.
And then I'll be home the 17th. But yeah, I'll have anywhere from 30 to 50 to look at in that amount of time. So and get them done.
So I had a guy approach the house yesterday. He's like, "Oh, I'm in the neighborhood, and I'm working on your neighbor's roof."
Oh God,
Yeah.
I hate those guys.
Yeah, and the next words out of his mouth is, "If we can get your insurance to pay for it, would you need my services?"
Yeah,
It's like, okay, there were no storms in the area. I don't have storm damage.
not recently,
Yeah.
not here.
And he's going to say that we had some kind of storm damage. I'm like, yeah, he's lying out his teeth.
I deal with those guys on a regular basis, especially when you have a hail event like what I'm about to go to.
Uh-huh.
And the roofers are the ones that generate the majority of the claims, because most people don't know.
Right.
Now, it's not underhanded. We're not going to go saying, hey, go look at your roof. But, if you got an issue, we're there, right?
Right.
But the roofers door knock, just like what happened to you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I have a little ace in my pocket that they don't like, and boy, they get so pissed at me. They're like, I'm calling on behalf of so-and-so. I'm like, you're calling on behalf of? Yeah. I'm like, on behalf of who? So-and-so. I'm like, are you a public adjuster? No. The law is very explicit on that. I'm like, then you're not calling on behalf of nobody. And we're not talking. So have a good day. And they're like, well, I don't understand. The insureds are, said for us to represent them. I'm like, you're violating the law right now. And no, I don't have to talk to you a bit. And I'm not. You're the one causing this crap for us.
Yeah.
So I don't give them the time of day.
Yeah.
I just don't. Some of them can get quite cocky, but I'm like, you did this.
Yeah.
And then you get up there and I'm like, show me damage. They're like, well, I was like,
Yeah.
You just tried to get a sale and you just hurt this person is what you did.
Yeah.
Some of them are legit. So we'll probably have a mix as always.
Yeah. I mean, if he's door knocking today or yesterday with no storms in the last few weeks.
Yeah, in their defense, they're usually salespeople,
Right.
and they only get paid if they produce, and
Right.
so it's kind of a tough job.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
But that doesn't.
Excuse him.
No, you got to do what's right first. The hell with the money.
Yeah. We actually had hail damage probably about 15 years ago.
Oh yeah, my roof's new. I had it too, but I had it about 6 times.
Yeah. We only had it one time. We lived down in Bluffton.
Oh gosh, yeah, okay.
So, the storm come through, hail, and broke a few tiles, and broke some siding on the house. So we got that all fixed through the insurance.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the roofers tell the insureds, they tell them that we're out there trying to hurt them and we don't want to pay for nothing. I'm like, I hope it's tore up when I get here. I really do, because it's easier on me if it is.
Right. If it's just destroyed, right?
Yeah, I hope I just look at it and go, yeah, this was an easy deal. I'll have you a check this afternoon. See you later. It's harder when some of it's tore up and the other part isn't, I'd rather it just be damaged.
Yeah. So when you run into a situation like that where, like, say a quarter of the roof is kind of damaged, but the rest of it is good, then it can only do that quarter of the.
Yeah, and that generates a whole bunch of questions but yeah, basically sometimes you'll have the front slope got damaged and then the rear is fine, not even touched, which
Just
happens a lot.
The way the wind was blowing.
Yeah. It's like, I can replace that, but I can't replace the back. And sometimes they get mad. They're like, well, It's like, look, you got to understand, we only owe you for what's damaged. We don't owe to make you feel warm and fuzzy. We don't make it look pretty. I mean, we do reasonable, you know, but it's like, hey, you can't even see the back. So, you know, it's not even touched. So I can't pay for that as bad as I want to. So, I don't know. It's like you have 20, 30 good people, and then you get one that you just can't. It's like you can't do nothing with.
Right.
It's like no matter what you say.
You keep insisting, right?
Yeah, so.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm just, you know, this is not my first deployment.
Yeah.
So.
First rodeo?
No. I've seen this movie before, is what I say. I'm like, nah. I don't know. I'm decent with people. I don't have much trouble. I mean, I get one or two here and there, but I can usually talk them off the ledge. So. But
So tell me, you might know this answer to this question, and this is pertaining to hunting, not roofing or insurance. So you say you're a hunter. Now, if you strike a deer on the road, are you allowed to harvest that?
Yeah, gosh, if you go out west, like Kansas or somewhere like that, deer don't stay on the road out there 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
No. Somebody smacks one, somebody picks it up. So yeah, especially if it's cold. Now if it's hot, you're not going to want to mess with it.
Right.
But the answer is yeah, you can.
Okay. And then you just take it to a deer crossing place and they'll take care of it? Or?
Yeah, if you crack one during the summer, they probably aren't. But you know, if you crack one during deer season, which most of the time is when they get hit,
right? Because they're all roaming around and rutting and all that.
Depending on how bad it is, it'll depend on whether they take it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If it's all smashed, they probably don't want to mess with it. But yeah, we got roadkill before that was fresh and saved the meat, you know. So yeah.
Long you don't let it sit for a long time, get the field dressed, and
if you watch somebody hit a deer,
down, right?
Yeah, if you watch them hit it, then it's like, hey, that deer's fresh. You just go ahead and get it cleaned up pretty quick, and it'll be fine.
Always wondered about that.
Yeah, but summertime they start decomposing very, very fast. So, not many hit on the road during the summer, but most of the time it's during the rut, they call it.
Yeah.
That's when you see them all over the interstate. God, there's a place we hunt in Indiana usually once every year, and there's this place in Kentucky. You go down this long hill and there's a creek bottom, and I swear you'll see 10 deer hit there at any given point. There's some big funnel right there.
Oh.
And not one of them got a head. You see?
Oh, really?
No, they're big bucks. People cut the heads off.
Take the trophy and leave. Huh?
Oh yeah. So, but yeah, they'll pick them up too if you know, they watch it get hit, or soon after it's hit, they'll pick it up. But yeah, Kansas was the damnedest thing I'd ever seen. I'd go hunting. We had a place we go back and forth, and then you come back through, and there'd be a big blood spot in the road. I mean, a big one, and no deer, and none. And we started asking, and it was like, hey man, guy, I see deer hit. They're like, no, they won't sit out here but a second. Somebody grab it. I'm like, wow, okay. I guess it makes sense. They don't do it that much here, though.
Yeah. I've never seen one hit yet. I mean, I've seen them on the side of the road everywhere, but...
Yeah. I saw a guy hit one in the middle of the day at the damn zoo. Oh, right there crossing the whole interstate. Never seen anything like it in my life. You know, again, if you're in Kansas, it can get quite cold. So if you hit a deer during deer season there, even if it sat overnight, it's going to be fine because it's cold.
Yes.
It doesn't hurt it. And they're twice the size of the deer that we have. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Corn-fed deer? Or?
Yeah, well, Kansas and Indiana and Illinois and Iowa, they grow big deer because of the agriculture.
Right.
And the cold weather, you know, their bucks out there are 200 and 210, you know, sometimes more than that. As far as weight, shoot, their does are 150 pounds. First time I saw a doe out there, I was like, yeah, I saw a doe. The guy was like, how big was it? I said, she's probably 100 pounds. He goes, that's a freaking yearling. I was like, no. He's like, yeah. And then I finally saw a mature doe. I was like, good God. Like a donkey. Yeah, I was like, I wasn't used to that. So yeah, they're quite different out west. Quite different.
Till you get far west in California, then they go back small again.
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing to eat.
They ain't got nothing to eat. That's exactly right. So the Midwest, where the Corn Belt is,
yeah.
That's why you grow big deer there. And even in this state, you get to the low country, you typically have bigger deer because of the agriculture. It's not that much up here. There are some big deer up here, but they're just few and far between.
My son-in-law, he's a hunter. He'll give us meat every year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think he says his last deer was like 115 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Little fork or something.
I got cell cameras out right now on our property and down in Sandy Run, and we're watching for hogs now because we can actually go hunt them at night.
Okay.
So.
Now, do the hogs have gaminess to them?
Oh, you don't want to eat those.
No?
Yeah, no.
You just hunt them and wait for
Well,
them.
we're not really hunting them. People use that when it comes to hogs. So our hunting club's 1,000 acres.
Okay.
And they plant probably a third of it, so a few hundred acres, and they plant corn usually or soybeans, and so the hogs ruin that, right? They start messing with their crop. So we're not really hunting them, we're trying to get rid of them.
You're just eradicating.
Yeah, exactly, pest control. So we're allowed to hunt them at night, and I've hunted them at night with dogs, but I haven't hunted them at night with thermal, and I put together a nice little setup.
Thermal scope?
Yeah.
Okay.
For night hunting, and so I'm anxious to try that. I got a few on camera now, just lone boars by themselves, but it won't be long. They'll start spitting out piglets again, and there'll be more of them, so.
I always thought people hunt the wild boars for the meat, but no.
Well, you can. I mean, I guess if you needed it, you can eat it. I mean, I have eaten them, but they are gamey. Good Lord, especially a big one. Oh gosh. But yeah, that's a myth. But whatever. Everybody's got their thought process. But they're like, I don't want a big one. I'm like, why? They're like, because they're gamey. I'm like, they're not any more gamey than the little ones. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, how do you know? I'm like, I'll tell you how I know. Because I thought the same thing and I was freaking wrong. That's why, you know. They trapped them at this place and they had a bunch of them in the cooler, and you know, they walk in and they're like, you want a hog? I was like, yeah, I got a pit in my house, you know.
Okay.
Like a real one, like a one you shovel coals into that's made out of cement block. And I was like, yeah, we cook a hog every year, right? So I was like,
So
yeah.
like a 6-foot pit or something?
Yeah, 6 by 3.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I threw this little old hog up there and cooked it. And I was like, I ain't even going to eat it. It smells so bad. But I had about 180-pound sow that we'd killed, and I brined it. Well, first of all, instead of hanging it up, I put it in a cooler full of ice, and for 10 solid days, I drained the blood in the ice water and kept adding ice to it for 10 days. And then we did it on the pit, and that tasted good.
Okay.
But if you don't, I call it wash them.
Yeah.
If you don't wash them and brine them, they taste like crap. I can't stand it. I mean, I can't.
Right.
But
Yeah, we had some years ago when we lived down in Bluffton. My wife went in with a bunch of co-workers, and they bought a pig from some kid, right, from the fair. And that pig did not taste good.
It didn't.
No. We were like, this don't taste good.
I wonder what they did.
I don't know, but it didn't taste good. Her name was Miss Big Fat Booty, and Miss Big Fat Booty did not taste that great.
Don't sound like it does. Yeah.
So I can imagine the ones that are wild.
Oh, I'm telling you, if you're used to eating domestic crap and you eat something like that, you probably wouldn't eat it just from smelling it.
Right.
It's terrible. I can't. I'm like, ugh. The deer are the same way. You know, deer can be gamey as hell.
Oh yeah, because we're originally from California, and we've had some California deer, and it is way gamey compared to the deer out here.
Yeah.
I mean, they ain't got nothing but sagebrush to eat out there, so.
Oh God, that's like a antelope, or they have pronghorn out there.
Yeah, it's really gamey out in California.
Pronghorn, so you don't, they eat sage, yeah.
Yeah, that meat my son-in-law gets, and it's local to the Midlands. He hunts here somewhere not far, within a, 30-mile radius, I think, somewhere. It's good meat. Everything he's given us has always been good.
Brining is the key to all of that. Brine, even just an overnight brine will make it taste. You want to taste, I always said you want to taste the meat, not what the deer has been eating.
Yes.
I don't want to taste what he's been eating, because that's exactly what you're tasting. So, brine salt water overnight, and that makes it all better. It sure does. Yeah, I got a decent sized hog frequent in one area. I need to go get his bud. He's pretty good. Looks like he's pretty good.
You tearing up the crops yet?
Not yet. They'll start planting. Easter is, well, they'll figure out what the almanac says, and if it says they're not going to get any frost after whatever, then they'll plant usually then. And when they do that, when they plow those fields up, that generates hogs wanting to come root. So then they root up all the daggum seeds.
Okay. It's a little bit of a chill the last few nights. No frost, of course, but still chilly out.
Yeah.
Hopefully spring has sprung now.
Oh, for sure. I was glad. I don't like the wintertime as much. I like fall when the leaves are churning. That's nice. But that's January, February crap. I'm like, I hate January, February.
Yeah. March, April, May, I'm good with.
Yeah.
Late September.
Yeah.
October, and early November.
I'll be most likely looking at roofs, in June, July, and August like I did last year, and people are like, can you come at 3? I'm like, no, absolutely not. And they're like, well, I don't get off work. I'm like, no, absolutely not. It's 180 degrees up there. Are you kidding me? No, not doing that.
Yeah.
I can see you at 7 in the morning.
Yeah. 7 at night.
Yeah, I've done that, on rare occasions, but
yeah.
I try to tell the new adjusters, when they're scheduling, I was like, the worst thing you can do is ask what time is good for you. That's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, I can be there between 7 o'clock in the morning and 9
Exactly.
o'clock in the morning.
I got 7 and 10 in the morning open. Which one's best for you? I'll take 7. Perfect. I didn't want to drive to the other one anyway.
Yeah.
Sounds good. It's like, I'm not going to, man, you'll die out there.
Yeah. I know once in a while I have to get on the roof or something, right? Blow the leaves off or whatever.
Yeah.
You're right. It does get hot up there.
So it's hot. You figure an attic in the height of summer is anywhere from 130 to 160 degrees. the ambient temperature 1 foot off of the roof is like 180. And when it's in direct sunlight, which so many are, and if you're in somewhere like Texas where I'm going, they're all in direct sunlight.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense.
It'll be interesting. Next time I get on the roof, I'm gonna have to take my laser thermometer with me and see what it says.
Yeah. Well, all you got to do is put your hands down on them. It'll burn you.
Oh, I know. Because when I go up there, I'll wear Levi's, and it goes right through the Levi's.
Oh, yeah.
I have to get on my knees. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it'll burn you.
Man, that is hot.
It'll burn you. Yeah, you doing what you do. Doing what I do as well. You run into so many different people that do so many different walks of life, and it's kind of neat just to hear what they do. And
so like and subscribe. After 1,000 subscribers, you start getting paid.
How does that work? Like, what do you?
I'm not sure exactly how, but that's what I've had a couple guys tell me, that once you get 1,000 subscribers, I guess per view they pay you X amount.
Right.
We'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, I often wondered about that, and when I watch YouTube, especially if it's, I try to like and subscribe on, whatever my interests are, just to help those people out. I don't know how it does or how much or whatever, but
yeah, it's got to be pretty nominal per view. 1 cent or 2 cents. But if you got 1 million viewers,
right,
or like some guy, you got 100 million subscribers, shoot, that's a sizable chunk of change.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. There's a lot of folks, that's all they do is social media. It's
like that Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
He's the #1 guy right now.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm not sure how many followers or subscribers he has, but it's pretty sizable, and he makes like $20+ million a year.
Good Lord.
Just doing social media, YouTube, whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that was what I was doing, I sure wouldn't be looking at roofs no more, I can tell you that.
Yeah. The funny thing is, if this YouTube channel takes off, which who knows if it will or won't, I still have to do this, because otherwise I get no content.
I was going to say, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. But
which
is fine. I mean, because I like driving.
Yeah.
Semi-retired, so I get a little pension coming in.
Right.
This is my fishing money, kind of, sort of.
Fishing money, that's funny.
Yeah.
Play money, poker money.
Yeah. Poker, I like to play poker. You play poker?
Yeah, we play friendly poker, but we play, I don't want to say redneck poker, but it kind of is. But we play a game called Three Card Gut. That's what we play.
Is that something like Between the Sheets?
I don't know.
Acey-deucey? I've heard of it.
It's basically 3 cards.
Double the pot or something every time?
Yeah. Water ante, $5 a hand. So you got 5 guys, everybody gets dealt 3. You say I'm in or I'm out. If you're out, put a quarter in. We use quarter antes. And then if you stay in, you can draw 1, or you can draw 2 if you have an ace. Best hand wins. So.
Okay. It's been so long since I played dealer's choice games like that.
Yeah.
We used to play all kinds of crazy games. Black Ryan, Between the Sheets, the Acey-deucey.
Yeah. We made a 3 Card Guts, an old game, and we do it at our hunting club, and it's like some of those old guys that were there long before me, that's what they played, and we just kind of carry the tradition. That's, it's friendly. We're all, we don't,
You're not playing for your mortgage?
No.
Actually, I used to run a game down in Bluffton. I was a photographer down there.
Right.
And I had a studio, so every Tuesday night, I'd have at least one table, sometimes 2,
Wow.
And there would be, and it was the Texas Hold'em.
Oh, okay.
And we had at least $5,000 on each table.
Woo!
So it was a pretty sizable game. I had to shut it down because some guy went into my wife's work and asked how to get into my game.
Nice. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So when he did that, I'm like, nope, gotta shut it down. Too many people know about it now.
Yeah, there was a guy I know. Obviously, I ain't gonna say any names, but he wasn't running a game, but he got invited to games and knew about a lot of games, and they got popped. And I was like,
was it the one down in Charleston?
No, they were here.
Oh, local. Okay.
Yeah, they were here. They got popped. You know, and like I didn't get into the details, you know, because then I become a witness, and I'm like, no. So
ignorance is bliss sometimes.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, stop talking. Stop talking. Stop.
I need to know when I don't need to know.
It's like, Dad, why'd you tell me that now? Somebody's gonna come looking for me, asking questions.
Yeah.
But it must have been a decent amount of money for them to get hit like that.
Yeah, it was a good run, and then we ended up doing it. We just went to the houses and we switched.
Right. That's what they were doing.
Yeah. Oh, really? We switched every week. It was somebody else's house.
That's right. That's exactly what they were doing. And they went to somebody's business. Like, you know, if you own a carpet store, it's like, carpet store shut down. You know, just like you see in the movies, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what we're doing at my photography studio, right?
Isn't that hilarious?
So, yeah,
that's funny.
It got scary when that guy went into my wife's work.
Yeah, it's like, not supposed to do that, guy.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a manager at a bank branch at the time.
Oh man, especially if she didn't know. If she didn't know, that'd have been worse.
Well, no, yeah, she knew though.
Yeah, of course. There's all this money coming from. Well,
yeah. How'd you get that new lawnmower?
You know,
the riding lawnmower.
I know a guy. So.
The funny thing with so every week we play poker, and the kids at the time were small.
All right.
And they would take turns sleeping with mom till I got home.
Right.
And so one time, it was a poker night, and the oldest daughter was probably about 12, maybe 13. My wife asked her, "Okay, you gonna come sleep with me?" And she's all, "No, I'm over it."
13. Yeah. That's funny.
She's like, "Done. I'm done."
Nah, I'm done with you. Yeah. Done. I'm over it. That's funny. I hadn't heard of any big games. I wouldn't get into that anyway because that just ain't me. But
yeah,
I like to hear about stuff like that. You know, it doesn't bother me. I'm like, do what you do. I don't.
Yeah. No, it was fun. Man, we had a good time.
Oh yeah. You got some guys out there that'll throw some money at that stuff.
Oh, let me tell you, I've been. There was one guy down there in Bluffton. He ran a game. He had the full casino table with, he
professional dealer.
Yes, he took a rake, which is highly illegal. Home games are one thing, but when you start taking a rake, that's another thing.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, so it's just every hand like casino, right?
Oh, okay.
They take a small portion of the pot.
Oh.
Every single hand.
Woo!
So yeah. So he was taking a rake, but I think it cost like $20 to get in the door, and that included food and beverages.
Oh yeah.
And then of course you had to buy your chips to play. But yeah, he had pretty good spread.
I bet he did.
Because he was making all that money off the rake. Think about it. You play 100 hands in an hour. People don't take long. You're taking $5 every single hand.
Yeah, it don't take long for it to add up.
Yeah, you're making $500 an hour just off the rake.
Makes me want to run one.
Yeah, I thought about it for a while, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna get that. I'm not gonna do that.
I don't know. It would be exciting to be doing something kind of naughty, but at the same time, it's like you get a hold of the wrong person. People get greedy, and you don't mean to.
Yeah.
And then when you get greedy, somebody's gonna call you bluff, and then it becomes not worth it anymore.
Yes.
All of a sudden.
There was a game down in Savannah that they got robbed, and one guy got killed. He got shot in the head.
Yeah.
And I don't know all the circumstances behind it, but
couldn't be good.
Yeah, I mean, it was a game, sizable game, and a couple guys came in with guns and robbed him, took all the money, and left.
Makes you wonder how they know about that.
Well, kind of like my game, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody ran their mouth.
Yep.
And somebody heard it.
Yep. Then there was that group down in Charleston. There was like 14 of them that were playing, and they all got arrested, kangaroo court, that whole deal. And they, I think they ended up, because they were not taking a rake at the game they were playing. It was just a home game.
Yeah.
That they ended up getting off.
Oh wow.
But it was still, all the attorney fees and all that nonsense.
You still have to deal with it one way or the other.
Yeah. Okay, you checking these? Which airline?
I'm United, but it's fine. You don't have to get right up there on them. You can sit here, it's fine.
Okay.
It ain't that far of a walk.
All right, sir.
I appreciate it.